never. There's never been anybody listen. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dibby. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Mike Tyson made a jaw-dropping $30 million in one night during a boxing match. As soon as he entered the professional scene, he became a money-making machine. The man who could knock out opponents in minutes ended up earning over $400 million throughout his career. But just as fast as the money flowed in, it quickly drained away. Do you want to know how Mike Tyson lost all his money? Then keep watching this video.
Money is a false sense of security.
False sense of security. Nothing about it could be a
You feel
real...
invincible with money.
Okay.
You feel like you can't even die.
Tyson is a great case study of what not to do with your money. Despite being a legendary heavyweight champion, he might be remembered just as much for how he spent his fortune as for how he earned it. Over his nearly 20-year career, Tyson raked in more than $400 million. Yet by 2003, he found himself bankrupt and $23 million in debt. It's hard to imagine someone who once made $30 million in a single night of boxing falling so hard, but Tyson's spending habits caught up with him. At just 37, Tyson was already fading from the spotlight in a sport where younger boxers are always ready to take center stage. And if that wasn't bad enough, his future earnings, along with his lavish Connecticut mansion, had been tied up in a $9 million divorce settlement with his first wife. She was the wife of Mike, who he gifted a gold bathtub worth a staggering $2 million. Now, it is not the only example that proves Iron Mike is a bad spender. He spent over $400,000 a month to maintain the lifestyle he adopted while he was earning millions of dollars during his prime. It's been reported that Tyson would acquire thousands of dollars worth of jewelry at a time. At one point, he spent $173,706 on a gold chain while visiting a Las Vegas jewelry store.
For me being poor, never having anything, for me being bitter, angry for being in prison, it stems from a lot of things.
The extent of Mike Tyson's reckless spending is mind-boggling. From 1995 to 1997 alone, Tyson managed to blow through $9 million in legal fees, $230,000 on pagers and cell phones, and a whopping $410,000 on a single birthday party. His love for tigers wasn't cheap either. He had an $8,100 bill for their upkeep. Mike Tyson famously purchased a collection of Bengal tigers, which are said to have cost more than $70,000 each and needed an animal trainer worth more than $120,000 a year. Throw in another $65,000 for limos, and it becomes crystal clear that Tyson had zero regard for price tags. He spent money with the same ferocity and quickness that defined his early knockouts in the ring. According to divorce court documents, Tyson's lifestyle cost him $400,000 per month to maintain. It wasn't just about lavish parties and exotic animals either. Tyson's financial troubles also included debts to Showtime, the IRS, and various lawsuits. His back and forth with tax authorities was especially brutal. Of the $23 million debt he faced in 2003, a staggering $13.4 million was owed to the IRS, with another $4 million due to British tax authorities. His debts extended to 7 different law firms, over $600,000, a financial manager, $500,000, a music producer, $450,000, and even a former trainer who sued him for an $800,000 unpaid debt. Tyson wasn't just hemorrhaging money. He was also dodging financial obligations, including child support and paternity suits. It was a financial implosion on a scale that's hard to fathom, even for a guy who once had it all. During the mid to late 90s, Mike Tyson's spending spree hit another level. He reportedly splurged over $4.5 million on vehicles, with more than a dozen of those gifted to his friends. And if that wasn't enough, Tyson shelled out more than $300,000 just on garden and lawn care. To top it off, he bought a $4 million Las Vegas property, complete with its own nightclub and casino, because why not? However, the main blow that really shattered Tyson's finances came from his toxic partnership with Don King. Don was the infamous boxing promoter who, according to many, played Tyson like a fiddle. King has reportedly drawn off millions from Tyson's career earnings, taking up to 50% of his payouts. King didn't stop there. He brought in his entire family, listing his wife and kids as consultants in Tyson's entourage, ensuring six-figure salaries were funneled their way. Tyson's lavish lifestyle may have drained his bank account, but King's shady dealings were the knockout punch to his financial empire.
Drugs, you might as well say, you have it all, but it's still that empty hole that you're trying to fulfill. You spend as much as you can to try to get that satisfaction, fulfill that hole. It just is is bottomless.
Things got so dire for Mike Tyson that he openly admitted, "I didn't think I'd make it through my 30s. At the time, his financial woes were staggering. Tyson owed more than $51,000 in back child support, while his assets were estimated to be anywhere between $10 million and $50 million, depending on the source. Despite his fame and fortune, the numbers just didn't add up. By the time he filed for bankruptcy, the former heavyweight champ had accumulated a staggering $27 million in debt. Iron Mike's aggression outside the ring cost him in a big way. His infamous rematch with Evander Holyfield in June 1997, where he was disqualified for biting Holyfield's ear, may have cost him a fortune. On the occasion of the 23rd anniversary of the bout, Darren Rovell from Action Network estimated that the fallout of that disqualification robbed Tyson of around $100 million or more. Not only did Tyson have to forfeit $3 million from his $30 million fight purse, but he was also slapped with an 18-month ban. Rovell's estimate includes the massive earnings Tyson could have pulled from 2 high-profile fights that never materialized due to the ban.
My ex-life, that's just how I live my life. That's my addictive personality.
Just as Tyson rose from a tough and impoverished childhood to become a boxing legend, he also managed to pull himself out of bankruptcy later in life. Mike Tyson's rise from a turbulent childhood to a boxing legend, and later, his financial recovery from bankruptcy, is nothing short of remarkable. After losing over $400 million and declaring bankruptcy with $27 million in debt, Tyson managed to rebuild his net worth, which is now estimated at $10 million. This comeback is largely thanks to a combination of smart business decisions, including personal appearances, acting roles, and exhibition fights. Tyson's on-screen presence in popular productions like the Hangover franchise, How I Met Your Mother, and his animated show Mike Tyson Mysteries have contributed significantly to his resurgence. His appearance fees, which reportedly reach up to $37,500 per hour, have also helped bolster his financial stability, particularly since he resides in the event-heavy city of Las Vegas. In 2020, Tyson stepped back into the ring for an exhibition match against fellow retired legend Roy Jones Jr. This match generated $50 million, with both fighters earning $10 million each. The success of this bout paved the way for another high-profile fight, this time against rising star Jake Paul, that will take place on November 15. Over the past decade, Mike has been really serious about managing his fortune, avoiding the excesses that once drained his wealth. Instead of squandering on lavish items, Tyson is focused on investing in himself and his brand. One of his key moves has been his podcast series, Hot Boxin' with Mike Tyson, which ran from its launch in 2019 until earlier this year. Neither his rough childhood nor his bankruptcy stop and failure in his relationship could stop him. Mike fought back and won every fight in his life. Share your views about Iron Mike's superheroic life in the comments below. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button right now so you do not miss our latest videos on crazy stars like Tyson. See you in the next one.